What's going on, America? Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. Welcome to the show. It is, I guess, Wednesday, and it's time to go ahead and get busy. So if this is your first time joining the show, please hit that like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other social media platforms. And let's see what else we gotta go over before we get busy. Yeah, subscribe to my alternative channel, which is Stop and Think About It. And thank you, Dallas. Dallas said he can hear me, and if Dallas can hear me, that means we're ready to go. That means we're ready to go. So yeah, somebody said keep on keeping on. That's what you got to do. Yeah, when in doubt, just put another foot in front of the other. Yeah, don't stop. That's the key. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Don't stop. Get it, get it. And that's what I intend on doing, even though YouTube does everything they can to stop that from happening. So you can help me by sharing my videos. And also, as I get loose, I'll tell you a couple other ways you can help me too. So with no further ado, let me get loose. Oh man. What? Like a real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. There's some kings in the building. Throw your fist up and show some respect. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Yeah, people checking in from Florida and all kind of places. So it's a Wednesday night hump day. And I hope you can get over the hump and get ready for the weekend while I do what I do, which is try to make sense out of all this nonsense. Now, some other ways, like I was mentioning, you can help out the channel is one, you can visit Kevin's Corner Store, where I have all types of products you can purchase if you want to hang out with me and be fashionable. That's right, man. People out will see you and be like, hey, what's that you got there? Oh, you don't know? You don't know? See, man, people like you. It's Kevin's Corner. That's what it is. We're part of the Gorilla Clan. So you can purchase whatever you want there. And also, you can stay connected with me if you text MAGA to 330-974-4607. And then finally, oh, God, I cannot believe I forgot again. I didn't create the darn, the link, my fundraiser link. But like I mentioned last night, we do have my normal Cash App and PayPal. If you want to contribute to support the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. Now, I see Virginia in the house. I see Colorado in the house, all of that. And we got some common senses in the house, too. So as you can see in my thumbnail, we're going to be talking about that monstrosity of a hearing the other day for Fat Fanny and her lover boy. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. What a debacle. But it's not just Fat Fanny. It's Democrats, period. Democrats are the absolute most corrupt politicians in the U.S. and possibly, at least. Now, like I said, I'm not familiar with all the governments around the country, the intricate details, because I'm sure, you got some tribes, you got some folks in, Arab countries. I mean, they just don't play. But, I mean, the Democrats is up there. I would put them in a competition with the worst politicians and leaders on the globe, and I think they'll hold their own. I think they would hold their own. I mean, some of these other joints you look at and you go, that's so sad. Look, you know what? In Rwanda, they're killing folks and this and this and that. At least you know your enemy. At least you and some of these communist countries, these banana republics, and some of these other fascist, dictators and stuff like that. You know what regime you live in. You think the people in North Korea don't know that Kim Jong-un is a dictator? You think they're over there going, I mean, he seems to be a pretty nice guy. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm sure he'll respect my opinion. They know. And you know that they know when they come out crying and stuff like that when they see him. I'm sure there's probably about 800 guns pointed at him. Tell them, you more cry more. We need more tears. Yeah, and they're over there like, oh, supremely. Oh, shoot. Probably crying for their own life. So there are countries that are around the world that we used to be able to, take the more high ground and look at and say, now that's a shame. Look at that. We need to be spreading democracy and all that crap and around the country, around the globe. But when you start seeing what our Democrat politicians have been doing, especially since Trump came up on the scene, it's hard because you say, wow, in a country that I thought we could hold our head up proud, we have seen them try to sabotage an election, frame a president, jail a president, target all of his voters, and enforce their citizens to get an untested vaccination and pushing all types of policies that will target children. They're sending our money all over the place and telling us if we don't support it, we're not patriotic. And then they open up our border to allow these people to come in and pretty much take up all of our resources and do whatever. When I've seen these things happen the last 8 years or so, that's why I say our corrupt politicians in the U.S. would hold their own on the global stage of evil empires right about now. If they had an Olympics for the most evil politicians on the planet, I think we might at least take bronze, might even take, silver. Who knows? And a couple individuals might, take home gold like Nasty Pelosi. I want to thank everyone because I say it all the time. I'm the nastiest of them all. I still hold the title. Yeah. So I'm going to show a couple other folks before we get to Fat Fanny, just to prove my point. Adam Schiff would be up there. I think he would rank up there. Yeah. All right. This next competitor right here, Adam Schiff, also known as Pencil Neck and Watermelon Shaped Face. He's pretty evil. Let's see how he does in the lying competition. Yeah. Well, we're seeing evidence in plain sight that the president is a Russian agent, and I'm still waiting for the P tape that I was trying to. Yeah, he would be up there. All kind of Hillary Clinton. All of them. Barack Obama. All right, now this one is going to be an interesting one, Jim. This is the most slick, oily tongue liar on the planet competition right here. Here we go. Let's go. It's going to be between Justin Trudeau and Barack Obama. So anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Starting off, y'all, I don't know if y'all heard about this one, y'all, but these people are corrupt from the rooter to the tutor. See, I could go straight to the top. I could go all the way to the top, the big names that everybody know. But even on a local level, we're starting to see that Democrats are corrupt. Look at this chick right here. I'm sure y'all heard about her. Oh, I got to get my symphonies. You know what? Hold on. Who is Tiffany Hinyard? The corrupt symphony, Democrat mayor, accused of antics so wild, she deserves her own TV show. Real life park. Oh man, look, y'all ready for her? Now this one right here is unbelievable. Look at that. Democrat mayor Tiffany Hinyard living like royal on $300,000 salary in working class town, but claims God chose me. Now you know what? Where's Joy Reid? Where's Big Face? Who's always talking about Christians and evangelicals and the white. Now you got an all-black area with a black woman that done set herself up as a deity or some sort. And she's ruling over the brothers with her iron fist. Let's see if she gets away with it. Because she's a Democrat. And most of the time they get away with it. Here we go. $300,000? Ooh, fine dining. First class travel. Oh, yeah. Costing taxpayers in south suburbs. Now, what's interesting about this witch right here, okay, is one, she's not wearing her traditional witch hat and carrying her broom. She must have hid that. There it is. She's hiding the pot where she boils eye of newt and bat wings. But nonetheless, she's taking this money from a poor area. It ain't like she's ruling, inner city Chicago. It ain't like she's running a city where you can skim a little off the top and so many people are making money that you don't really realize it. You know what I'm saying? These are struggling people. And she's beating them for $300,000. You don't think they'd notice that? Now, I know something about, black neighborhoods and black communities. It's a fine balance between wanting you to succeed as a black person And then also seeing you take advantage and come up based on the backs of other black people, and then they become crabs in the bucket. They're starting to say, wait a minute, why is she making 300? Wait a minute, why is she going all over wait a minute. See, so on one end, yeah, black people, we support, yeah, we want you to be, then it's like, hold on. Where you getting all this money from? And ain't nothing coming back to us, and the people is giving and giving and giving. Plus, what makes her raggedy is she got a stank attitude. She's not even nice. I don't know, I'm not even playing her clips. But I don't know if you've ever seen any clips of this woman right here talk to her own people and get up there with such arrogance. It's unreal. See, y'all need to be supporting a black woman. Let me tell you something. Just as ghetto is all get up, and yet somebody voted her in because what? She's black and a woman. They wanted to break her. Look, we got her. It's a black mayor and all of that stuff. Now, you also got your witch running the town. So let's continue. Yes. Look at that. Beating for all they cheese. Former Dalton police chief exposed Mayor Tiffany Hinyard alleged misuse of police detail. What? Oh, she want protection for herself? Dalton Mayor Tiffany Hinyard announces $1 million giveaway sparking concerns amongst residents. $1 million? $1 million to buku. Who's getting that $1 million? Yeah, is it her? Okay, now what's this? Dalton Mayor. Oh, to critics, I'm the leader. That's your response when your own subordinates are concerned? See, I'm not sure if you haven't had a chance to see some of the clips of her during the city council meetings, but it's not a lot of white folks in there where she could say, you know what? Y'all all white nationalists, y'all hating on me because I'm a black woman. It's a lot of black people. Almost all of them are black. So her only response to them is, I'm the leader, and y'all shouldn't be trying to tear me down as a black woman. Y'all should overlook my ghetto-ness. Y'all should overlook the way I treat you. Y'all should overlook the way I abuse your tax dollars. Y'all should overlook my nasty stank attitude. Y'all should overlook all the trips I've taken. Y'all should overlook that because I'm black. There you go. Get off my back. Overlook that because I'm black and I'm all that. I'm your leader. You understand that, peasants? Now, I'm telling you, she might, if she doesn't go to the slammer, might end up being a future black nasty Pelosi. That's how nasty she is. What's this? Tiffany Hinyard controversy. Oh, residents deny public comments in board meeting. What? She told the folk they can't speak, but yet Democrats are all about democracy. You shut your mouths, okay? I'm your leader, okay? God chose me. Boy, I tell you, man, folks is a mess. But see, she got a little too arrogant. She flew too close to the sun. She is the dumbest person ever. She thought she had the juice. She thinks she's running the whole city like Tony Montana. I mean, I'm saying to myself, every time these people get mad at you, instead of you humbling yourself, trying to lower the temperature, you boast when you get off. I don't know if you remember this or heard about this, but they tried to do a recall. This woman beat the recall and showed back up to work, singing and dancing. Nothing can stop me. Ain't no stopping me now. Yeah, we on the move. In front of the people who tried to do the recall. Now, do you think those people are going to say, well, you know what, let's let bygones be bygones? Now it becomes their mission. It becomes their mission to get rid of this woman. So now she would have to watch her back all the time. Watch every dime she spent. I'm sure every single one of the people on the council like, okay, you think you got away with it, huh? Uh-huh. Every step you take, every move you make, we'll be watching you. Yeah. So instead of going somewhere and being quiet, nope. Spin, travel, get smart, tell people to shut up, say she's the leader, say God chose me, and they're constantly looking for ways to stick it to her. So let's see. Oh, critics blast Dalton Mayor Tiffany Hinyard for spending, ooh, lack of financial transparency. There it is. Now, when you first of all are making $300,000 somehow in a small little city, taking all kind of trips. I don't know if y'all saw a little interview that the news did, and they asked her, did she go to Vegas, first class? And no, you know what? Any other questions? Well, you don't know if you went to Vegas? Yeah, I know. Well, did you fly first class? Any other questions? Yeah, that chick. So she's not being transparent about the money. I think they might be on to something here. Let's continue. Yes. Oh, Dayton Mayor hindered failure. What? 13 city vehicles getting repossessed? $76,000 in delinquent payments. You telling me they coming to take the police cars because this chick ain't paying the bills? What kind of mayor is this, man? But, it kind of burns me up because, this is a predominantly black area. And it shows sometimes, it breaks my heart when I see a large group of black people have such lower standards when it comes down to their leadership. When I look at the clowns in Congress, the black ones, and I say, man, every time they get a chance to get up there, you know what? And you know what? This ain't about racism. And let me tell you something. Nails hanging down this far. Come in there with the most over-the-top hairstyles they can. Always doing this and attitude. Coming in with the preachy tone and rhythm. And I'm saying, man, I'm hoping black people ain't looking at this. And that's right. Go on, girl. Tell them. Yeah, that's right. I'm going, no, that's not. Don't encourage that. How about you act like you got some sense? Act like you've been there before. When I played football, I would score a touchdown, and you know what I would do? Hand the ball right to the ref. I would running, bucking heads with other dudes. I'm only hurting myself. I wasn't rolling all on the ground like I've never scored a touchdown. I act like I've been there before. So here's this lady right here, and I guess they thought that they were going to get something for their money, and they bought a lemon. A corrupt lemon. So let's go ahead and see what happened, because now they don't have police cars. Well, she probably could have took $76,000 out of her $300,000 salary and paid for those police cars, but not her. Yeah, she wanted to get her nails did. Democrats are corrupt. Yes, they are. Democrats. Oh, what's this? Illinois mayor shuts down local businesses that don't contribute to her campaign. Oh, man. Woo. And dresses like a movie gangster. Is that Nino Brown? Is that Nino to the Brown? I'm loving Nino Brown. So, Dead man, dead. Keisha, dead. What happened to us, G? Huh? What happened to us, G Money? Yeah. Nina Brown right there. So here she is walking around with a leather yarmulke or a lampshade on top of her head somehow, dressed in all black like the Omen. Got her friends singing, "This is for my homie, you don't know me." Up there flaunting and flossing and taking snapshots. Yeah, she's taking snapshots. In her mind, she's like, it's good to be the queen. It's good to be the queen. So let's continue. Democrats are so corrupt, yes they are. FBI probe, misconduct, allegations against she done messed around and got the attention of the feds. She about to get the hush up, girl. Now you know it's bad when you're a Democrat mayor and the feds start looking into you and you're black and you're a woman. See, you're pretty much untouchable. So she must, and I'm sure the only reason they're looking into her is because black people are complaining and reporting it. If that was a whole bunch of white folks and she could politicize this, the feds wouldn't be there. Joe Biden and all of them, don't touch her. She's black and she's a woman. Only because all these black folks are mad and been complaining. I'm sure the feds are like, all right, this one's safe. This one's safe. We can go ahead and investigate it because, we can preserve the narrative when it comes down to racism and all of this stuff and discrimination and white supremacy and all of that mess. So black folks done complained enough and revealed enough information to where the feds is on her trail. Now, boy, would this be a fall from grace? But hey, that's what happens when you're a corrupt Democrat politician. These folks are so used to getting away with corruption, they get arrogant. Look at Joe Biden. Look at that guy. All of that money, which somebody on the show next is going to go ahead and call him out, very popular person, is going to point out just how corrupt Joe is and how he's getting away with it somehow at this point. All of that unaccounted money, all of that, all of the files the man left. The man was so arrogant, he got up there on TV. You know what? I told that prosecutor. I told the president, you better fire that prosecutor or else you ain't getting $1 billion. Son of a gun, he fired him. That arrogant. I mean, Hunter Biden, dude up there, man, you know, talking about, yeah, I was on crack and, you know, everybody knows I had a gun and I shouldn't have had it and put it in the trash can and all that stuff. And, you know, all of these things. Nancy Pelosi, nobody even questions her about how her and Paul became so wealthy. I mean, they're just great with the stock market and all that, you know, just great guesses, stuff like that. All of these Democrat politicians, they only get away with it because they're protected by the folks that's supposed to be keeping them accountable. And they've gotten so complacent and so comfortable. And a person like Donald Trump coming in who didn't break any laws, they're going, he's a clean politician? Oh. Well, he might sniff out our corruption. I mean, the rhinos is cool. The rhinos is cool because they're corrupt too. Yeah, they're just like us. We just pretend to hate each other, but we really cover each other's back. So we don't want a clean politician coming in because he might really drain the swamp. See, it's one thing to have a politician come in and you go, yeah, you know the game, baby. You just as dirty as I am, you know what I'm saying? Just in case you get any funny ideas. Be talking about some, you know what? How about we look into so and so on? Yeah. Just in case that we got dirt on you too. We done showed you how the game works. You done benefited and profited off of us. Now, I must say, the system is interesting now that I've been observing it for years. I'm sure it's extremely tempting when you come into Congress broke and they start taking you under their wing and making sure you don't go rogue and try to come out with a confession by showing you how to get rich. Yeah, you hang with me, you put your time in, we'll show you how to manipulate the system. And for somebody to say, no, I'm good. I'm going to be okay with my what? $180,000 a year as a senator or a House member. I'm cool. I don't need that. And you got them all around you saying, come here, you're great. I like the way you voted. I like the way you voted today for this bill. Hey, you know what? Let me introduce you to this oligarch over here. You know, I know it's real tempting. And they know that if these people succumb to that type of corruption, then they're in. There's no getting out at that point. Once you commit any of these politicians up there that have been trapped and done bought into any type of corruption, there's nothing you can do. You are bound to be a corrupt, stinking politician for the rest of your life, because any second you step out of line, you run the risk of either the deep state exposing you, which most likely knew you was a corrupt politician anyway, but just said, no, don't touch him. Just gather all the information, just in case they want to vote the wrong way, just in case they don't want to sign on to this, just in case they don't want to pass this, just in case. Along with the other politicians who are saying, hey, man, you know, we need you to sign off on this. We need you to vote this way. We don't need you to grow a conscience right now. It's no time for that. And that is when you start seeing it, when you have obvious things that Republicans should not even be voting for, and yet somehow they vote for it. You see Republicans that saying, nah, you know what, Joe Biden's squeaky clean. He's good. I don't see nothing wrong with him. And I'm going, no, something's wrong with you. If you can't see the corruption in that man, you must be just as dirty as he is. When you see them talking about there's no reason to impeach Mucus, and I'm saying, who got to you? Are you kidding me? I'm sure somebody called you up like, hey, I need you not to go ahead and vote for this. You understand, right? Remember you was a freshman and we hooked you up? So it's a dirty game, man. And Trump blew the lid off of it because he came in without dirt on him. He came in saying, I don't owe anybody money. I don't owe anybody any favors. And I'm actually here to drain the swamp and do my job. Unlike you guys that are there to enrich yourself, just like this wicked witch.
It's over. We are screwed.
Yeah, she's screwed. Yep. Yep, the Fed's about to be like, hush up, girl. So now, that's one dirty politician, a lower level. She's a lower level. But she's making more than the president, though, somehow. I don't know. That's crazy right there. But, yeah, let's go up to some big fish. Let's see just how corrupt and evil the big fish are. And I'm going to bring in our first-time guest to Kevin's Corner, Judge Brown. Judge Brown has some choice words about Biden getting off with a slap on that wrist that probably broke when they slapped it. Oh, God, I need a cast. So now, Judge Brown, after hearing that Biden wasn't going to be prosecuted because he's too old and feeble and forgetful and stuff like that, where some might have said, well, look at that. He's old and feeble and he shouldn't get prosecuted. Judge Brown has no mercy. Judge Brown is like, that ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm about to drop some of the real estate. If you got sensitive ears right now, you might want to go ahead and put some plugs in. If you got kids that's sitting here watching Kevin's Corner. Normally I'm a friendly, family-friendly show. But right about now, I'm about to let the beast out. I ain't going to restrict this man. No censorship for Judge Brown as he looks at what they decided and says, that's bullcrap. Let's see what Judge Brown got to say about these stinking corrupt Democrat politicians. What's these? This creepy. Look at him. Shuffling off. Yeah, concentrating as he walks, wobbling. So now, there he is after that horrific press conference where he came out and didn't know anybody. Who's the president of Egypt? Wait a minute. No, I didn't do nothing. How dare him say I don't remember my son's death? All of that crap. Well, Judge Brown, let's hear what you got to say about it.
If you look at the way he walks off, it's just so pathetic.
It is.
He's been pathetic his whole damn career.
Oh!
So what else?
Jesus! I wasn't expecting. I ain't know Joe Brown. I ain't know that man came off the bench with the elbow. That man opened up with the double axe handle. Yeah. He's been pathetic his whole life. So what else? Nothing new. I love him, man. I'm going to give him a pass on all of these beep words that are about to come out of his mouth. So I'm warning y'all. Let's see how he beats up Biden. And I'm going to allow it as the ref.
He ran for president in 1988 and had to withdraw because they caught him in a lie about his academic career and the discipline he had been through for plagiarizing.
Yeah. See, that should have been a telltale sign right there. That should have been the end of this man's career forever. He got caught twice. Had to drop out twice because of lying, but yet, I'm honest. Don't know nothing about my son's dealings. Nothing. Yeah, I never spoke to this. I don't know who's Terry Reid. No idea why this woman's accusing me. In very detailed description, location, words, statements, everything. Man, got the phone record of her mom. We're talking about it on Larry King, all of that stuff, but don't know nothing. That guy never spoke to my son about the bit. Wait, I'm in pictures with his business partners. Well, okay, I know him, but I never spoke to him. So you were in the picture with him, never spoke to him? No, never. All of this stuff. And yet we're supposed to trust this guy. So ran for president twice before, took it to the chin for lying and plagiarizing. Let's see what else.
He's been doing that. He's gotten to be very wealthy, and he's never been paid anything past a civil servant sentence.
Now, isn't that Judge Brown, that is the most simple principle. How are you going to get more money than what you make? That doesn't add up. All right, I planted 4 apple trees, but I got 17 of them. You do? What? Wait, how many apple trees you planted? 4. Well, how'd you get 17? Well, how'd you get 17 trees? I don't have to tell you how I got the trees. Don't know nothing. There you go. So the man's been making, he ain't got no record of a raise. He ain't got no record of, you know what, this position bumped me up from however much I was making as a senator or a VP. Yeah, it bumped me up to $1 million or $2 dollars a year or something like that. No record of that. No record of that. No record of, you know what? I'm very specific with my money. I'm very careful. So all the years when I was making money, I was saving and I invested it in this product right here. And the product started to generate funds and money. Nothing. The man ain't showing nothing, but I just got money. How's that work? So did you ever get a raise? No. Didn't get a raise. Did you invest in anything? No, nothing. Do you have a business? Absolutely not. Okay. But you now have multiple millions of dollars. Now this right here shows that that man is a corrupt politician. He's a Democrat. And I can't even believe that he made it this far. But hey, Judge Brown, yeah, he's not holding his tongue.
No, so you can figure that one.
Yeah,
but you see, the Bidens here, they listed all of that money, and they have, and there's no way they could have gotten the investment capital outside of being crooked. It's
what? So wait a minute, Joe Brown. No way they could have got the investment capital outside of being crooked? Wait a minute. So you telling me they didn't go to a bank like Donald Trump and have properties and negotiate these properties with the bank and they give them the money based on the property and stuff? They're not builders. They don't have employees or nothing like that. See? And then, you know, you flip the property, you sell it, or you make it a commercial property and then you start to lease and all that. None of that. They didn't do any of that stuff. Yet they're taking Donald Trump. They're trying to take Donald Trump's business from him. A legitimate business deal. Yeah, a real negotiator. A real legitimate businessman. And yet they're overlooking this stinking, nasty, corrupt family where his grandchildren were somehow magically getting $20,000, $30,000 dropped into their accounts from China. But there's nothing there. See, not a scintilla of evidence. No predicate whatsoever to look into this man. Now that is crazy. That is crazy. So go ahead, Judge Brown, because see, you're blowing my mind. You're blowing my mind. As they're running around chasing Trump, who the bank didn't send out all of these notifications of mysterious activities like they did with Hunter Biden. They didn't do that to Trump. See, they didn't do that to Trump. They did that to the Bidens. Hundreds of them. Hundreds of them. Whereas the average person might get one in a lifetime. They got hundreds of them. There you go. Can't trace the money. Don't know where it came from. Interesting. But at the same time, they're chasing Trump. Bank for Trump said, Trump's great. We got all of our money back. In fact, we like to do more business with him. Now, if this doesn't show how corrupt these stinking Democrats and the deep state is, I don't know what is. Now, this is just coming from a regular person who looks at these two cases and say, what the heck? Wait a minute, this don't make any sense. How is the old corrupt evil dude getting away with all of this? And for years, getting away. All of these people coming out testifying, saying he's the big guy. That man right there, I spoke to him. He did this. He got this money. Nobody's coming out doing that to Trump. You have corrupt people like Letitia / Queen Latifah and that whoever the judge is, Alderaan or whatever. You got those two corrupt people up there, Democrats. They're the only witnesses. They're the witness against Trump. It's ridiculous. Every other witness is going, that guy's great. He did a wonderful job. I don't care. I'm going to call myself. I'm going to call myself to the stand, Queen Latifah. Now, I know I don't have a background in business or real estate and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure that he inflated his numbers and it suppresses the little man. It suppresses the little man. What do you think about that, Judge? You know what? I concur. I concur. Just like we concurred backstage before we even came out. They probably got the papers written up before they even launched the dang on indictment. All right, so how much are we going to ask for? Let's go ahead. Let's go for $355. That should break him. That should make it tough for him to campaign and put. Okay, good. So 300. All right, so this way we don't have to fiddle with this after we, come out and say, Here's our ruling. We already got it ready. As soon as he gets done, now I rule in favor of the state. Here you go. Like, wow, that was quick. How'd you get that quick? Oh, I thought I was typing it up as you were talking. Stuff like that. And all the people see this, and we're going, so Trump's the corrupt businessman, and Biden, who can't give an account, like Fonnie Willis. See how Democrats are? We don't have to tell you how we got our money, where it came from. Mysteriously, their money just appears. Mysteriously, their money is in all kind of shell, companies. Or in Fannie's case, it's just in her house inside of a big, safe somewhere. But don't ask questions, because I got it from the Piggly Wiggly. When I went to buy potatoes and stuff, I just, nickel here, dime here. And yet Trump, all of his money accounted for. And they're going after him because they're stinking, nasty, corrupt, evil people. But hey, Joe Brown, he's about to let him have it.
It's typical, nothing unusual about it, but it's criminal. And I looked at those 3 laptops.
The laptops from hell? You telling me, Judge Brown, you looked at those laptops? The ones that all of those upstanding intel community agents said was most likely Russian disinformation. And the media ran with it. So unlike the media, Judge, you actually looked at it. See, because when Mayor Giuliani was telling MSNBC and CNN and all of them, come look at the laptop. Y'all can see it for yourself. We don't, no, we don't want to see it. We don't want to be a part of Russian. We don't want to be helping out Putin. Because they knew that stuff was real. Deep State called them like, all right, shoot, we're in trouble here. Somebody figured out the laptop, so this is what we're going to do. Yeah, Russian disinformation for everything. Hey, they probably didn't even have to tell them, hey, it's the Deep State. Let me guess. Russian disinformation? Yeah, let's go with that one right there. All right, let us know how it's going. Russian disinformation. So Judge Brown looked at those laptops, and what did you conclude, Judge Brown?
The downloads, interviewed the technician after he was sworn in.
Okay.
And what's on them is treasonable.
Treasonable? Holy moly. What's on them is treasonable, says Judge Brown. That man is not biting his tongue. So all of this stuff we hear about how Biden made money off of China and other countries, who knows what he done sold us out for? I mean, I'm just thinking, like, how did China get a chance to operate in the U.S. like they do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how these folks buying up land and all that mess? We will take 17 acres. There you go, just buying up land. How did they get all of that? Man, it's crazy. So you're telling me, Judge Brown, what you saw is treasonous? That means Joe is corrupt.
It also indicates bribery, extortion, and a lot of other things. And under Article 2, Section 4, and under Article 6, they ought to jack his ass up.
I love Judge Brown. Under those articles, they ought to jack his A up. That's what should be happening. Get the jack and get up under Biden's old crusty butt and jack him up. That's an old school term, man. Dude, you want me to jack you up? Now, that's one of the realest statements I done heard come out of somebody in a while, man. My man said under these articles, they ought to jack his A up. But no, you're not going to get that. You know why? Because you got Mayor Garlick up here doing everything he can to keep Joe Biden out of prison and his raggedy crackhead son. Yeah, you're not going to get that. Yeah, they're too busy trying to jack Trump up for nothing. See, instead of jacking Trump up, they're jacking Trump. That's what they're doing. There it is. It's like, you know what? Give me your money, man. Hey, we're going to take all your money, tie you up in court. All of these things. Take your family legacy. Instead of jacking Joe Biden up. Joe needs to be jacked up, according to Joe Brown.
So they're not. And they're giving him a free pass because translation for the bullshit you heard from the special counsel.
Bullshiggity?
We're giving him a free pass because we're on his side.
Oh, so you mean to tell me when they came out and said, yes, he intentionally had those classified documents. And, yeah, but there's no way to show intent. And based on his elderlyism, we're going to have to let him go because there's no jury that will hold an old elderly man with a bad memory accountable for all of this stuff. So while they were trying to distract us and make us focus on the fact that Joe's old, which when I heard this, I said, but what does that have to do with what he did back in the day? Because see, these aren't like recent, these aren't recent documents that he just took a couple years ago when his mind started going. These were documents to go back before he started losing his mind. And you're telling me you can't hold him accountable for it? I thought when I heard this, yeah, that's great and all, but we already knew Joe was messed up mentally. I want to know why Joe ain't going to suffer the same consequences as you guys are trying to make Trump suffer. And yet they've come up with this magical excuse, and Joe Brown has a explanation for that magical excuse.
Now, bottom line is, it's like, I know what I'm listening to. I've been doing this for a half a century. This is my profession. I know what I'm listening to when I hear people say it. Others may not. It's like a surgeon listening to another surgeon. Yeah, that's bullshit. And I'm calling bullshit on what special counsel came up with.
That is one big pile of
Shite.
Me too. He's calling BS. That is one big pile of shite. Absolutely, Judge. So he's calling BS. You know why? Because he's a judge. He knows the system. He's like, come on, man. Come on. See, it's like, there's certain things you've been doing it so long. You might be able to fool other people who've never done what you're doing. Like I told y'all the story how I smoked a young boy years ago who was boasting about how he ran track or never ran track, but claimed he had ran a 10.8. Yeah. The same speed as the woman who had just won the gold medal in the Olympics. And I'm sitting there listening to him. And as a former athlete, I'm going, there's nothing that this man, everything he's saying, I already know what a 10.8 looks like. I know what a 10.8 sounds. I know the language of somebody who ran track and understand, a 10.8. This man has never ran track and he didn't run no 10.8. And I had to call him out. I was like, dude, you didn't run no 10.8. Yes, I did, man. I ran it. No, you didn't. I know what a 10.8 looks like. I know nothing. You don't even have any residuals left in you of a 10.8. So you kind of know these things when you've been doing something. You can't jive somebody when you're going to do that. I do the same thing you do. Or I'm in the same industry as you. You can't over talk me. You can't use terms above my head. You can't try to get away with redirection because I know the game. I know the game. And so Judge Brown is like, man, I know exactly what they did. Yeah, they went ahead, gave this man a pass, and that's bullcrap. And they're trying to get us to say, well, at least we, it's going to be very damning because they showed that Joe Biden is already mentally declined. We already knew that. They knew that before they installed the dude. It ain't like he just started mentally declining in the last couple months. That man was mentally declining when he was in his basement campaigning, talking about we put together the most comprehensive voter fraud program. Yeah, we knew he was blew out when he was out there like, and I like kids rubbing up my legs and blonde hair, and I like kids sitting on my lap. Sounded like a white version of Bill Cosby, and I like kids sitting on my lap. Blah. And everybody's going, y'all want this dude to be the president? And he's talking about kids rubbing on his legs and sitting on his lap. That sounds like an old dirty grandpa story. That doesn't sound like, saying, Kev, when did you become a potty mouth? I didn't say nothing. I ain't say, did I slip out a cuss word somewhere that I don't remember? Nah, I think Judge Brown summed it all up. But yeah, they already knew Joe Biden was messed up. So now, guys, let's get into the last corrupt politician that we're going to highlight. Okay, which you all know her as Fanny, Fat Fanny, I call her. She is the shittiest of them all. Oh, I see what you're talking about. I had to, that's not, well, it does read that way. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm reading it. I'm like, yeah, that does look like, you know what, but it's supposed to be shite. Yes. Yeah. If anybody know how to correctly spell that, I didn't catch it earlier. I'm like, yeah, now that I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that does look like it. Anyway, so let's get into this big old pile of shite because, see, they sent out, they didn't send out. the court called in the witness who got off the hook last time. And so he had to come back, y'all. And let's see how this Mr. Potato Head did when he got called.
All new at noon, cell phone data from Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade's phone appears to show he visited the neighborhood where Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis lived at least 35 times in 2021.
Wow! Just 35 times? The same guy that was like, oh, how many times? Oh, shoot. With that nose, that big nose hanging over the... That's good. How many? You want to know how many times? Like which? When you say times, like what you mean? Like multiplication, or you talking about like how many? I think maybe like 9, maybe or 10, and it come to find out 35 times he was a little shy. And what else?
And this information appears to contradict testimony Wade gave in court last week. He said he visited Willis's condo no more than 10 times before she hired him on as special prosecutor in the election interference case in November of 2021.
Wow.
But cell phone data appears to show his phone connecting to nearby towers roughly 3 dozen times between January and November of that year.
I'm sure he was just riding through. There you go. Like when we were younger and just got our license. Let's just go riding. So here he is just riding through our neighborhood around 35 times. And she was in the same area too. So, I mean, now this is going to be a tough one to explain. Let's see, this is bombshell information they're going to be talking about this Friday. Tough to explain based on that testimony that man just gave. Now you got to be, accountable for the other 20 or so times that you forgot. And at weird times of the night too, y'all.
The data is included in a filing from former President Donald Trump's attorneys. They want Willis and Wade to be disqualified over accusations that they enriched themselves.
And jailed. That's what I think. Not just disqualified, but you make an example out of these corrupt politicians, corrupt Democrats. You don't see, don't get me wrong, we got raggedy Republicans, but you don't see Republicans doing bootleg crap like this. Meaning this, what makes me have no mercy for this woman is she's evil enough to try to jail a man who she knows is innocent. Innocent. She's obviously using this whole case for her own personal gain, motivated and overseen by the White House, colluded with Democrats, hired her boyfriend, paid him all this money. This woman is filthy. She's infested with corruption. Democrat politicians is built into the cake. I don't even know a position that a Democrat politician could take where they don't need just a smidge of corruption in them. A smidge. Even if it's something like I'm a clerk, but I got to overlook. I got to turn the other way while I'm seeing the rest of the folks who put money, even if it's something not small, because the party itself operates so corruptly that if you become a part of the party, either you got to go, la, 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 I can't see nothing, I don't hear nothing, la, 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 or you got to be privy to it and just say, man, you know what? I ain't going to say nothing, or you get involved in it. Because at some point they're going to ask you, well, whose side are you on? That's why I always say, it's very difficult, if not impossible, to be a legitimate Democrat because you become the company that you keep. You can't tell me that you're hanging out with the mob and you're never going to be questioned by them. Hey, what are you here for? You know that we whack people. And we don't need somebody with a conscience. Guys, this whacking thing that we've been doing for about 100 years or so, I'm thinking maybe we should reconsider our strategy. Maybe we should have talks with them and put them in timeout when they don't pay up. That's more of a humane way of getting the money from people. Hey, who is this guy? Is he kidding? Hey, Bobby, you hear him over here talking about we should stop whacking people. At some point, they're going to say, why are you in the mob? Same thing. I mean, if you're running with the Crips and the Bloods, man, and they talking about, there that fool is right there. Let's go over and smoke him. And you talk about, now, guys, could you let me out right here? I don't think this is a good idea. We shouldn't be smoking anybody, okay? We have marijuana that we can smoke. We don't need to smoke people. Do you think they're going to be okay with that? So before you even get into these type of corrupt, entities, you got to get vetted. They need to know you got a smidge of corruption in you. But hey, here she is.
Through their work on this case, the data could prove a relationship began earlier than previously admitted in court.
When did you start dating?
When I started.
Like when? Like what? You talking about like the wind and blow? Oh, okay. Wait there. Can you spell wind? Like I just want to be clear. I want to be clear. So like when you say like wind, like, winning a race or something, I mean, what you get that? Yeah, playing dumb. Now all of a sudden,
Dating Mr. Wade. It was right around then.
April 2020?
22.
22.
So we also learned that the judge has set a March 1st hearing over motions to disqualify D.A. Willis from this case, and it comes as Wade tries to block private testimony.
Wait a minute. March 1st? Is that, what's the day's date? Is it the 28th? Or the February only goes up to what? It's the 27th. February goes up to what, the 28th? So tomorrow is Thursday. Oh, it's the 28th now? Wait, don't February only have 28 days? You sure? Wait a minute, 29? Is it 29 days in February? It's 29? Okay, so 28. Oh, it's leap year. So we get an extra day. Dang on it, I didn't know it was leap year. Leap year. Okay, so we get an extra day before Fannie Willis most likely will get thrown out, lose her position, hopefully brought up on charges for capitalizing off of this, lying, perjury, all of that stuff. I want the biggest example made out of this corrupt woman ever. And I wish they could figure out how to expose Queen Latifah up there and make her pay a price too. And the judge, all of these corrupt people, I want to see them pay the most severe penalty and price ever, because they are dragging our country through this mess. It's gone beyond just their local corruption. You're messing with the whole nation, and all the people are sitting there going, we see this so clearly. Your corruption is no longer concealed. It is very clear and it's very open, and we know what you're about. And then they get up there during that trial, I guess, where she was in there just lying and being arrogant and mad. Bring your daddy in, talking about it's a black thing. Nathan up here don't remember if he ever went to a cabin with you, and got the nerve to belittle our intelligence and tell us that you paid this dude back with cash, as you are trying to get Trump on some RICO charges along with everybody around him. If you're that stinking evil and corrupt, throw the book. I would build a book, especially just for her. Is that book big enough? I told you, I want the book to block out the sun. It's not big enough. Take it back. I would throw the book at this chick. So now let's hear this witness, for some reason, who came down with sudden forgetful syndrome.
From his former attorney, that could be critical in this case. Defense
Somebody said the
attorneys
whole
believe
library.
Terrance Bradley
God.
can confirm when this relationship began. But Wade is asking the judge to cancel further questions to uphold attorney-client privilege.
Oh, y'all remember that? So what we witnessed from this guy the other day, Wade tried to stop. And I wonder, why is Wade trying to do that? Because remember, they were honest in their testimony. Yeah, there you go. Hey, they should be able to talk to. In fact, you should be using this dude as a witness. You should be going, man, talk to my boy. He'll let you know I ain't do nothing. Do nothing, baby. I'm clean. But instead, don't talk to him. And it's like, don't look in there. Why not? See, kids give themselves up with that. Where'd you put that? I didn't put it nowhere. Go to the closet. Don't look in there. Why not? Oh, I didn't clean it. Yeah, okay. There it is, right in there. So let's see.
We are also learning about 2 ethics complaints that are now filed against D.A. Willis. The Fulton County Board of Ethics will hear those complaints.
Now, look at these foul female Democrat wicked witches that the Democrat Party hails, lifts them up. I'm telling you, and the men too. But unfortunately, man, it's when you see when the females get into power, they get nasty. It seems like they're nastier. I mean, it's almost like I'm going to just pee all over men. I'm gonna throw my attitude around, all this stuff just to show you ain't gonna disrespect a woman. And I'm going, man, if you were just corrupt, it'd be one thing. But you're nasty corrupt. You're arrogant. It's just like the woman Tiffany, the earlier one. You know what? I'm the boss. I'm the mayor. Y'all ain't the mayor. And I'm going, see, that makes people want to see you fall. That makes people want to see you fall. Same thing with this chick, Fannie Willis. Comes in there, hand on the hip, sits down like, I need this and that and this and that. And now see, look at this. You lying. You lying. You see that and you go, I want to see you fall. You got a stank attitude. I don't need no man. That's the stuff that I go, and you won't have one. Yeah, you won't have one. So let's continue. Because the one you had, you exposed that his penis was broke.
During a specially scheduled meeting that is set for March 7th.
Into our newsroom, a new twist in the ongoing court battle over whether Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis and Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade will be disqualified from their case against former President Donald Trump and several others accused of interfering with Georgia's 2020 election.
So today, Nathan Wade, he actually submitted a new court filing asking the judge to counsel what could be a pivotal private court proceeding. Investigative reporter Zach Merchant has been following this case from the very beginning. So Zach, what does all of this mean?
Well, guys, it's important to not get lost in the legal jargon.
No, let's get lost.
At its core, this filing gets to an essential part of the defense team's argument as that team seeks answers from a witness they consider key to their efforts to remove both DA Fani Willis and Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade from the case. That witness, Terrance Bradley.
Terrance Bradley. Introducing the man of the hour, Terrance Bradley, coming to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a man who didn't want to be here, okay? Because the first time he was at a doctor's appointment, and then, then all of a sudden he slipped on a banana peel, and I'm running late, and hopefully y'all will just say, forget it. But he had to come, and then he gets there, and for some reason, we all waiting on somebody to come in and drop all kind of, damning information, but he's, mum's the word. I'm scared to talk. Probably looking over at Fannie Willis and seeing her like this. Hush up, boy. I made some calls up there to Washington. You want to get, FBI rolling up on the scene? You want that, huh, Terrance? So you better keep your mouth shut. So now Terrance tried to get off the hook, but something went wrong.
Wade's former law partner and one-time divorce lawyer. At last week's hearing, defense attorneys spent hours trying to get Bradley to answer when Willis and Wade began their romantic relationship. The defense attorneys are alleging it started before Willis named Wade as a special prosecutor in the case, and that role for him allowed both of them to financially benefit from the case. But Bradley testified he couldn't say anything because
hush up, boy. Yeah, he couldn't say anything because he probably saw about 8 feds sitting inside the courtroom, dressed in all black with the white ties going, Give you the wink and the gun, like you know what we talked about. Yeah, what did you witness when the relationship started? No, I don't think I did. Why are you sweating, huh? Oh man, y'all got the heat up in here? Oh man. Can I go now? No. We got more questions. I don't got no answers. I ain't got no. Well, you had answers before. I ain't got now. They all gone out my head. I lost all of the answers now. See, I told you I ain't gonna say nothing. That's what it seemed like. Now here's a guy that they were confident. We got us a witness. Yeah. Then it's time to show up. The guy shows up. I can't tell. I don't know. I don't remember. They told me I couldn't say nothing. And I'm going, this seems strange.
View, any information he may have was protected by attorney-client privilege. Fulton County Judge Scott McAfee looked ready to accept that argument until just before the end of Friday's hearing when Bradley gave an answer that seemed to reopen the issue.
Oh, so he re-injured the injury? Man, I know he wants to kick himself in the butt, and so do Fannie and him. Like, so he must have said something that made the judge go, wait a minute. Nah, that don't seem right. He was almost off the hook, y'all. But he got himself, that fish jumped right back on the hook. How you gonna be a fish that got caught in the boat? They put you in the boat, like, okay, and then you flip-flop around, and the man is to flip out of the boat and go right back and bite the worm. Go right back in the boat. So, yep, he said something that got him drugged back into the boat.
Now I'm left wondering if Mr. Bradley has been properly interpreting privilege this entire time.
Uh-oh.
The judge asked Bradley and his attorney to join him for a private, off-the-record proceeding to determine whether Bradley really was covered by attorney-client privilege last Friday, but apparently that did not happen. And now, in today's court filing, Wade is asking Judge McAfee to cancel it altogether and uphold the attorney-client privilege shield.
Don't let this man talk.
Here's why this matters. The stakes are substantial. If the judge does have that meeting and decides Bradley was not claiming privilege properly, defense attorneys could get another chance to question him under oath about the origins of Willis and Wade's relationship.
And I'm so glad they did, y'all. They got another crack at him. They got another crack at this egg, because that's what he looks like. I mean, this guy right here, his head and shoulders and neck, everything is one size. He looks like an egg. So let's go ahead and hear from this big egghead right here.
After you said the word absolutely, on your own, you said it started when she left the DA's office and was judge in South Fulton. They met at...
Asked and answered.
All right,
Man, shut up. You hear about objection? They already know. They already know that Humpty Dumpty is in trouble. You hear him trying to interrupt? Objection for what? Because it's going to be damning to our case. We don't want this guy talking. And so the judge is going to be like, overruled.
Mr. Body, I'm going to let Mr. Sato have a few minutes on this, and we'll go from there. But
Judge, I'm sorry. I did answer this. I answered it for Ms. Merchant. I stated that I was speculating. The judge, someone objected to the speculation, but this was the exact same language.
Well, thank you for that, Mr. Bradley. Mr. Sato was asking the question in a slightly different manner, and I'm going to give him a little bit of leeway to do that.
Yeah, give it to him, Judge. See, and a lot of people was questioning this judge because apparently he gave like $150 to Fannie's campaign. And you know, who knows? He might have been one of them people who just spread the love. I don't know. Right now, the jury's still out on the judge too. But he doesn't seem to be, he seems to be straightforward at this point. We'll see though. I would be absolutely amazed after what we're about to hear if this man comes out and finds these two to be okay to finish the trial. But let's continue because, see, this guy right here is about to make a complete of himself.
Mr. Sato.
I hesitate to have to start back where I was, but after the word absolutely, you on your own said it started when she left the DA's office and was judge in South Fulton. They met at the municipal court CLE conference.
So let me get this straight in text messages. When the lady who was talking to him asked if he knew that the relationship started before a particular time, his response was, absolutely. Now, you know how that goes. When you start saying things like an absolute, that means there's no other option. That means it's final. Absolute. So he says absolutely, but now all of a sudden, I ain't, did I say that? I said that. Where is it? Show me in the text. Oh, there it is. I guess I did say that. But when you go ahead and finish up and tell them when the relationship started and where they met and all that stuff, it was all speculation now.
That's what you said, correct?
That is correct.
Now, it's your testimony, at least so far, that when you on your own gave those two statements in the text, that you were merely speculating.
So it went from absolutely, and this is when it started, and this is when it met, to I was guessing, speculating. I assumed that that's when it happened, and so the term absolutely means absolutely. It don't mean like most likely or possible. It did, but I'm a lawyer and I should know all these terms and I should know who I'm talking to. I should know I'm leaving all kind of testimony in text form right there that is going to be brought back to me. I should know that as a lawyer, but now all of a sudden I'm confused, and I don't know why I said things, and I can't remember, and show me the text and all of this stuff. Who got to you? Who got to you, Humpty?
And did not have that knowledge from Mr. Wade. Is that your testimony under oath?
Yes, that's what I testified to. Yes, sir.
Oh, God.
So you on your own came up with the whole notion that it started when she left the DA's office and was judged in South Fulton. That's, according to you, that's speculation on your part, correct?
Now, this right here was the death blow to this man's career. The death blow to Fonnie and Nathan. And what's crazy about this guy's willing to lie under oath and risk his reputation, risk his practice, all of that. That must mean that the consequences for telling the truth is greater than the risk of losing all of that. See, you got to think about it this way. Now, him and Wade aren't really tight like that no more. He has no loyalty to Fonnie Willis. So what could it be to make this dude, after saying absolutely, this is when they met, this is where they met, it was before that, all of a sudden now, I was speculating. Somebody said, look, I don't care if you lose everything. I don't care if you lose your license. I don't care if everybody say, this dude's obviously lying. This dude he don't sound like a lawyer to me. You better not say it. So now, somehow, man, this man is like, oh, shoot. Yeah, well, it's either lie and look stupid and risk my law license and perjury, or potentially something worse. What could be worse than that? I would throw those two so far under the bus, it wouldn't be funny, unless, hush up, boy.
Overruled. Answer the question, Mr. Bradley.
Yes, that's speculation on my part. Yes.
Right. It had nothing to do with what Mr. Wade had told you, correct?
I answered your question. I was speculating to the answer. That is correct.
Man, this guy, that guy right here is like, how did I get into this mess? He got his head down, going through a script. Yeah, I was speculating that's correct. That's my final answer, as I ruined my whole career. Yeah, I'm not, you ain't gonna get it out of me. So let me get this straight. Maybe they got something on this guy. Maybe they're like, you know what? You want, I mean, because if we go down, you going down too. Maybe you had a little bit of money too. Maybe y'all did some deals together that wasn't right. Because see, when you're hanging with Democrats, no telling how much dirt is lingering on you. So here we go, because he's about to make himself even look dumber.
So maybe you can tell the court, in your own words, why in the heck would you speculate in this text message and say that it started when she left the DA's office and was a judge in South Fulton? Why would you speculate and say that in a text?
Now let's hear this well thought out lie. Let's hear him come out and pontificate something that at least sounds like it makes sense. Let's hear and let's see his quick witty thinking.
I knew they had met at the municipal court conference.
How do you know that?
Look at him. My man is he is hurting bad, y'all. Shoot, my brain right now is thinking, oh, I don't want to die. I don't want to go to jail. I should have never gotten it. I knew somehow magically through osmosis they had met through somewhere at the municipal. What you asked me again? That man's concerned for his life.
Stop you right there. How did you know that?
I answered that at the last. I knew that.
You now.
I knew that because
I'm asking you now. I'm asking you questions, and you are in a situation where you get to give answers. Mm-hmm. I'm asking you, how did you know that? Answer the question.
How did I know when they met?
Somebody told you that, right?
When they met?
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Who told you?
Mr. Wade told me when they met.
Oh, he did. But that's it, though. That was the extent of bro talk, right? This is one of your good friends. That's like me and my boy Clinton. Hey, man, you know, I met this wonderful woman, man, at the library last night, man. She was great. I mean, great conversation, this and that. And a whole 2 years go by, and I'll never mention her again. I mean, me and Clint work every day together. And you know what? It's my private life. It's my personal life. I don't talk about it. That's what you want us to believe. You was hanging with this dude, working with this dude after he done told you he met this woman. And he didn't say, all right, man, I'm about to get out of here right now, man. Close up, lock up, man. I got a date with Fanny. Or I'm about to go and check out this chick that I met the other day. We all know how this works. We all know how fellas are. If you meet somebody and something jumps off and you like it, you talk about it. People talk about their personal lives for two reasons. If they're happy and excited about something, or they're mad. Yeah, woman meets a guy and she's like, oh, this could be the one. Oh, girl, you know what? He smells like Fruit Loops. And you know what? He takes me out and he sings things to me and he does all this stuff. And then if it goes bad, same thing. Girl, you know what he did? I can't believe. These two emotions make you talk to the closest people. So either Fanny meant nothing to this dude. She didn't have no impact on this guy. Where he just... After telling him, yeah, I met this hot chick, man, you know, what you call it. And I'm sure about 5 days will go by before he say, hey, what's up with old girl? Whatever happened with that? The chick you met. But this guy says, that's all. That's all. That's all he said. He just said he met her.
So you had more than one conversation about the relationship between Mr. Wade and Miss Willis because he told you where he met her.
That's
correct?
Incorrect.
Oh, incorrect.
It's incorrect.
It's incorrect.
Okay. Let's go back to the exhibit. Why would you speculate that that's when they started the relationship? What would cause you to put that down as speculation?
I don't recall, but why I thought that it started at that time. But I do recall that he only met her, and I testified to that he met her at that conference, which was in 2019.
I almost feel bad for this guy because I really believe that somebody either had to make him a sweetheart deal. We'll make you this or we'll make you that, or don't worry, we'll give you a Joe Biden hookup. Either something like that. It has whatever it is. Either it's a benefit greater than what we're looking at right now, or it's a danger that is greater than what he might lose right now. So one of the two. Either somebody said, dude, we will make you rich beyond your dreams if you just go ahead and it's not. Because we trying to get Trump, man. Matter of fact, we done talked to Queen Latifah up there. If she closed the deal with this $355 million, she'd break you up or something. You know how we are as Democrats. We put in a couple holdings and overseas stuff, and then you'll wire it back to you and this and that. And this. We'll hook you up. Or don't make us hook you up. Don't make us jack you up. One of the two. Because this guy right here is almost like his head is about to pop as he's trying to figure out a way to lie and get through this. And it's so obvious. Let's continue.
You knew that Ashley Merchant represented a defendant in this case when you were text messaging with her, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yes, I did. Who would you think you were talking to in the text message? Yeah. What did you think her intentions was? Were you just chewing the fat? So what you doing, Ashley? Oh, nothing. What are you doing? Nothing. Yeah, so what's up to today? What case you working on today? Oh, this stupid Trump thing and this and that. Hey, did you know that this is a formal conversation? This ain't you two just talking. You got to know if that is like a telemarketer calling me and I don't know why they called me. Hello, is Kevin Ellerb. You can't even pronounce my last name. And I'm going, who is this? My name, I'm calling because of, and I'm going, I guess it's just a casual call. We're just talking. I know what your intentions are. You didn't call me to chew the fat. You're trying to sell me something. This woman's a lawyer. She is not talking to you just to chew the fat. Yeah, but this guy's trying to act like, yeah, I kind of figured maybe, but I ain't know all the way.
You knew that the reason she was asking you questions about Mr. Wade was because she was trying to show when the relationship began, correct?
That's what she was doing?
No, that's not.
Man, that dude is digging himself all the way down into his own grave. No, that's not correct. So you didn't know that? How are you going to ever get... I would never hire this dude as a lawyer after seeing this. you're real sketchy on details, and your self-awareness is, I mean, like your situational awareness is horrible. You're telling me you was on the phone with a lawyer in one of the biggest cases in the world right now. In the world. And you didn't assume that she was trying to get this information from you. So now, here he is, about to sell out for something greater than what's going on right now on this stand.
Well, it's not
correct.
any of the text
That's not
messages.
correct. Uh-oh. Look, you don't have to read it. Watch this. Oh, yeah, now it is correct. Now I see my own text.
Yes, but what messages were before this message?
Like the one
before
that-
she sent that?
I can't answer that question because I don't have them. All I have is what's in front of you.
Yes.
And it says that she says, do you think it started before she hired me? So you knew, as the counsel for a defendant in this case, that Ms. Merchant was asking you specifically about the knowledge that you had regarding the timing of the relationship between Wade and Ms. Willis, correct?
I mean, based on this, yes, I see what was asked.
Based on this, yeah. Not based on me being a lawyer and knowing how these things work. Not based on that. Yeah, not based on the fact that I responded and signed off on everything that she said. Like, all right, read or look over this, make sure everything's correct. Yeah, not based on that. Not based on me just being aware of who this woman is, who she's representing. Not based on any of that, but now based on me showing in the text that I knew it. That's where that, because if he would have saw it in the text, y'all, if he would have saw his own response, he would have known. He'd have been like, I don't remember. I think so. I can't recall. So I'm so glad that she got all of this stuff in text form.
In response to that, you answered directly on your own.
On your own.
But you now
gotta get off on your own, baby. So now they got this dude's back all the way up against the wall. You answered on your own. You weren't bribed. You were bold in the text. Very clear. No gun to the head. So what made you change your mind? Why you got cold feet right now? Yeah, why you all shaky on the intel? Sound like you were really ready to take these two down. And the text me, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure this is when it started.
claim to be speculation, right?
That's correct.
So I ask you one more time before I move to the next part of this.
Here we go.
Why would you speculate when she was asking you
Y'all
a
ready for the
direct
brilliant
question
answer?
about when the relationship started?
I have no answer for that.
That's your brilliant idea. What a very brilliant response. There you go. Threw us all off your scent. I have no answer for that. Meaning I can't answer that. No. No can do. You got to answer for it. You just can't answer it. That's what it is. And I have no answer for that. Wow. And you're a lawyer? You have no idea why you speculated. Man, if this judge don't throw the book at these people, I'm telling you, he's a raggedy judge. I'm sitting there going, I'm not a judge, but I would throw the book. I would be going, man, do you understand? If he looked over at me and I was a judge, this is what he would see. The full-blown side eye. He would see Ron Ellerby sitting up there. So you say, can't answer that, huh? Don't know why, huh? Even after putting it in the text message. Now you can't answer it, huh? So you don't know? Now, here's the question. If you don't know, who knows? If you don't know why you would do that, and your only response is, I can't answer that, you don't need to be practicing nothing. Nothing. If you can't assign some type of purpose to your own motivations, if you can't justify your own decisions, I can't answer that. Is it I won't answer that or I can't answer that? Because see, if you say I can't answer that, that means you just what? Don't know? You just wake up and do things without purpose. Does that sound like something a lawyer should be doing? Here I am. I go ahead and I know that I can throw my boy all the way under the bus by texting this woman this information. I know that she's going to use this as evidence, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm not going to correct her. I'm not going to say, no, I don't really know. I'm going to say it in that absolute form in a text message. And when it's brought back up to me after whoever got to me, only thing I could come up with is I don't know why I said it. So why did you get up out the chair? Don't know why I got up out the chair. Why did you put your clothes on today? I don't know. I don't have no purpose. I don't know why I do stuff. I can't tell you my motivation. Wow, that was a fascinating answer.
Except for the fact that you do, in fact, know when it started, and you don't want to testify to that in court. That's the best explanation. This is
overruled.
Look. He didn't even say nothing. He's just sitting there like this. Like, man. I mean, he knows right now. The press, everybody's like, what did he just? All right, I go with this, run this. That man just said, I can't answer that. And this guy called out the motive. Oh, you know the answer. You just won't answer. Who got to you? Look.
That's the true explanation, because you don't want to admit it in court, correct?
Poor guy.
No, I have no direct knowledge of when the relationship started.
That's not the question.
I'm not going to go back through that.
That's not the question.
But if you didn't...
He's just sticking to the script. I don't care what he asks you. Just keep saying, I don't know when the relationship started. Yeah. If he asks you a question that everybody is going, what did he just... That is the dumbest response ever. That ain't got nothing to do with you texting and saying, these folks started this relationship before this date. Absolutely. Now all of a sudden it's speculation and I don't know when the relationship started. Well, you said you did. I don't know why I said that though. So you just made that up? I don't know. I don't even know. So you don't know why you just do stuff like that? Do you understand you was playing with Nathan's life when you did that? Huh? I don't know when the relationship started. That's not what I'm asking you now. What? They had a relationship? Since when? I just heard it in the news. That's what I heard. Don't kill me, y'all. Don't kill me. Here we go.
No. And you were asked specifically, as this exhibit shows. I mean, you can explain why you wouldn't say, I don't know.
That's the obvious. Now, this is going to hurt him right here. This right here is going to hurt him. Because what he didn't build into his systematic programmed answer is to justify it with a reasonable response. Meaning this, if you don't know why you said it, but you said it, either you were lying when you said it, or you weren't lying when you said it, and now you don't want to say it because you know it's going to throw them under the bus and possibly throw you under the bus. So therefore, why didn't you do the rational thing? When you read it and she asked you the question, why didn't you just say, I don't know? You would prefer to make up something, to speculate, than to just simply say, I don't know. Now, is that a normal thing to do? Now you're telling me you're lying for nothing. Now you're telling me you're just making up stories. To what? Fit in? Just to be relevant? Watch this, man. I'm about to play with this chick on this text message, man. She asked me about Nathan and Fanny. Yeah, they started this relationship on, I'll absolutely know this and this and that. Why would you do that? If my boy Clinton did that to me, I'm sitting there going, dude, you knew that I didn't start no relationship with this chick. Why did you put that in a text message? I don't even know, man. Honestly. She asked the question and I was just like, yeah, man, the relationship started at this date. Absolutely. I don't know what I was thinking. Are you kidding? I would be going, how dumb are you? Why didn't you just say, man, I don't know, or either no. But this guy, at the time, I guess he was like bold and, oh, yeah, I'm about to get him. Lay it down. Until somebody said, hush up, boy. Look at him. Contemplating his whole life right now.
Is that a question?
Yes, it's a question.
Definite question.
State that again. I apologize.
Yeah, because my mind right now is thinking about death. Oh, man, it's funny to watch. This guy right there, man, he almost had the Nathan Wade answer when they asked him about that cabin. Took him 60 seconds. No. this guy over here, man, in his head probably like, man, I can't believe this, man. I'm sitting up here looking stupid. I'm probably going to go to jail, perhaps for perjury and lying. But yet they might kill me or something. I don't know. How'd I get in? What'd you say again? That man have no idea. I'm surprised he don't just fake a heart attack or something. Just drop down on the floor and start foaming, pop an Alka-Seltzer in his mouth, foaming at the mouth, growling, claiming I got rabies. I got rabies. Fake something. You can do something better than this to simply say, I don't know why I said it. Man, I will come up with something better than that.
If you're being asked, as we've just gone through with this text message from Miss Merchant,
Yes.
as the attorney for a co-defendant,
Yes.
and she's asking you about the relationship, and she's clearly asking you about the timing, why wouldn't you just have said in response,
here he goes,
I don't know when it started?
I don't know why I didn't say I don't know.
I don't know why I didn't. That man looks like he is completely scared for his life. Completely scared for his life. For you to say something this stupid and obvious, I know that judge is looking over at him like, dude, you are lying. Everybody in here know you are lying. And you look scared to death. You're not comfortable. You know you're lying. And you probably thinking, I look so stupid right now, but I gotta say this. I got to say this. I don't know why I did that. I just. Now you sound like an irrational person. You're not a logical thinking person. Either you threw Nathan under the bus, you betrayed him, and you just making stuff up, or now you're trying to cover for him. And those are only two answers. One of the two.
Maybe, again, it's because you know what the truth is, and that's why you answered exactly the way you did in Defense Exhibit 26, correct?
No, I can't sit here and tell you that what you just stated was correct.
I can't sit here and tell you what you just stated is correct. But can you tell me what you put in that text message is correct? See, that's the question. I mean, because you put that in there. Nobody, remember he said you did that all by yourself. Nobody coached you. You typed that in there. And yet you talking about, I don't know why I did it. That man is scared for his life, y'all.
What you want the court to believe, and you want the rest of us to believe, is that for some unknown reason, upon being asked a direct question about when the relationship started, you decided on your own to simply speculate and put it down in a text message.
Yeah, because it's better to speculate than to just say, I don't know. I thought that was the route to go. That was the most reasonable, rational, logical response to have, you know? And when somebody asks you, hey, you know if this relationship started before this date? You know what? Instead of saying, I have no idea, or no, absolutely, there it is. All right, then where'd they meet? They met at this time and they were, all of that stuff. But yet here he is talking about, I can't say that is, actually, I can't say anything right now because I'm be honest with you, my mind ain't in this. I'm scared for my life right by now. I just want to get out of this. And just please stop asking me questions, man. All right, that's what he wants. This dude wants somebody to pull the fire. Where is Milk Dud Head from up there in Washington? Jamal Boldman. He needs him right now. Somebody go get Milk Dud, brings all the boys in the yard and that. Like, pull the fire alarm. Get this man out of there. As he sits there, I don't even know why. I know what you're saying. I do sound stupid. I know this is crazy and it's obvious that I'm lying and I'm scared and maybe intimidated by whoever they got to me. But I'm just going to keep on saying it anyway.
As opposed to putting down what you actually knew. That's what you want the court to believe, correct?
And that's a tall belief to have. Look.
That was a lot. So can you...
Yeah, because his mind ain't there. That dude's scared for his life. He didn't hear nothing that this man just said. His mind is so far out right now, sitting there like, how did I get myself into darn Fat Fanny and Nathan? See, when you get picked to do the bidding of the corrupt deep state, the Democrats, and powerful people, that comes along with a lot of backup and a lot of power. See, so this guy right here, to the Democrats and the deep state, they need Fani Willis to stop Trump. They need this case to go through. See, and if they can't get to the judge, this dude is the biggest witness they have. He ain't Fani Willis. Nobody picked him for the corruption, see. So when this guy can overturn the whole thing, and you got the Democrats and all them that invested in Fani, sent folks down there to work with her. They going back and forth to the White House. She done met with folks up there. When they done invested this much and put all of their chips on this, and this dude is standing in the way, God knows who done came down on this dude. Fani might have called up to like, look, y'all need to do something. I mean, look, if this dude testifies, all is over with. Well, don't worry. Here's what we're going to do. No telling what they did to this guy. But it's obvious they did something. It's obvious.
Break that down. I apologize.
I apologize because my mind ain't in it.
To believe that instead of saying nothing, you decided on your own to speculate.
Yes, I speculated. Yes, I've stated that I speculated. Yes, sir.
That's what you want the court to believe, correct?
That's correct.
Holy moly. And he went ahead and said that. See, so that's one of those things where you belittle somebody's intelligence because what they're saying sounds so ridiculous when you say, so that's what you want the court to believe? That's what you tell. I just want to be clear. That's what you want all of us after listening to what you just said and how I unraveled you. At the end of the day, your best defense is just believe that when I said these absolute statements, I was speculating. That's what you want us to believe. So when you present it like that to him, and he confesses that not even confident that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want y'all to believe. He knows it's unbelievable. Everybody knows it's unbelievable, even the fake news. Now, you know it's bad when the fake news knows it.
I think we know now, Alex, that Terrance Bradley exchanged texts with Ashley Merchant, she's Mike Roman's attorney, where he offered up a bunch of information about the relationship between Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. Today, he is trying to walk that back and say that he didn't have any personal knowledge, including when the relationship started, he never saw them together, that any knowledge he had about the relationship came from a single conversation with Nathan Wade.
Just one. One conversation. All the years him and Fani was philandering around. Yeah. Nathan Wade only told him, hey, I met this hot chick, man, over at the whatchamacallit. That's it. Well, what you need to use my credit card for, dog? You going out of town? Yeah, I'm going out of town. Is it business? Why you need to use my credit? Oh, yeah, it's business. I just need your stuff for some reason. You ain't going to tell me why you need mine? No, just let me hold on to yours then. Who does that? Who gives somebody their credit card to go on a trip or use for whatever, big purchases, and don't ask why, when he has his own? Like, dude, why don't you use yours? Oh, because you don't want to leave a trace? Here, let's continue.
But the defense is trying to establish you knew that this woman represented a defendant in the Fulton County RICO case. You knew why she was asking you these questions. She even gave you a draft of her motion to disqualify.
Oh.
And if there had been something patently false in there, you're a lawyer. You would have told her as much, wouldn't you?
Oh, Bradley. You know it's bad when your nonsense reaches MSNBC and CNN. And they can't even make sense of that nonsense. Poor Bradley. I bet you that man went home like, hey, I don't care, man. At least I'm alive. Shoot, I did what y'all told me. Man. Poor Bradley.
And he at one point said, well, I can't say I would or I wouldn't have. But they have established that he fully understood what they were doing with the information that he provided and that he has an obligation to tell the truth today. And the bottom line, Alex, is there really is no in-between. He was either lying and or speculating when he confessed to Ashley Merchant by text, or he is covering up for D.A. Willis and Nathan Wade next.
Laura,
Bingo! So MSNBC finally got something right. Oh, man. They had to get their arm twisted because of that foolishness. They're like, oh, man. This one right here hurts too bad. We're going to have to go ahead and call it because everybody with common sense knows this guy's lying. And then, of course, we'll end with this CNN. See, I like when I see them have to get forced into telling the truth. See, I like that. So we're going to close with this lady's assessment of that witnessed.
So bottom line, do you think the witness, Mr. Bradley, do you think his testimony has undermined Fonnie Willis's credibility?
I think it has undermined the credibility of the arguments made by both Nathan Wade, and also Fonnie Willis for these reasons. First of all, here's why we're here. This person, you may recall, was already called to testify about a week and a half ago. The reason he left is because of the attorney-client privilege. Now, if you are actually communicating with your attorney in furtherance of getting legal advice, it is privilege, and that privilege belongs to the client, not the attorney. The judge had what was called an in-camera discussion. That's a fancy way of saying, you and I are going to talk one-on-one with no one present. I'm going to determine whether or not your conversations that you had should fall within that privilege. The judge made a ruling. They said, look, as it relates to communications about whether there was a relationship between Fonnie Willis and Nathan Wade, that ain't privileged. You can testify to it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be here for that reason. So now he's being asked questions about that. And now he's got a kind of convenient amnesia. He doesn't recall a lot of different details.
Isn't that odd? Convenient amnesia. He didn't even know some of the stuff he said until they had to show him in the text messages. All right, you said this, right? Oh, I did. That I don't remember if I. You know what? Look at the transcript right there. There's your text message. Oh, I guess I did. I guess I did. I thought, well, yeah, okay. So now, what else you want me to lie about? Because I'm about to lie straight through my teeth. I'm a man that is scared for my life right about now, and I'm willing to go ahead and look as dumb and obviously lying as possible.
He comes across as somebody who was gossiping with the attorney that's bringing this disqualification proceeding, that he was aware that the motion was about gathering information, and nonetheless, he disclosed that he says that they were engaged in a relationship earlier than they said. But now...
And that's the key. This is all you got to think. Like, what would be your motivation to be speaking with pretty much a stranger? Your motivation to do that and speculate. That's my question. What would be your motivation? Thank you so much. Somebody said I'm sleepy, so I'm going to leave now. We're almost done anyway. So thanks for watching the show. But what would be your motivation for doing that? Here you are a lawyer. You know words matter. You know it can be held against you. You know who you're talking to. You know what their intent is, what their motive is. But yet you don't know your own motive for saying what you said to this person. When they ask you, why did you do it? Your only response is, I speculated. Okay, even though you didn't say you were speculating in the text. And then when they say, why did you do that? Why didn't you just say, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. Wait a minute. No, I'm asking you, why didn't you say, I don't know? No, I'm telling you, I don't know. Why I didn't say I don't know. That's what he's doing. He's like, I don't know. Why I didn't say I don't know. And y'all want us to take him seriously. We all know somebody got to this guy.
Now today he said it was all speculation. All speculation. He had no personal knowledge. And he kept using a phrase. Anything I learned was from my client, which became synonymous with Nathan Wade was the one who told me. Now, there was a really important moment with Sadow. That is the attorney for Donald Trump. Remember, this is the one who is saying, look, I don't believe anything you have to say. He asked him, wait a second, you're speculating? You were asked by an attorney that you knew was representing a co-defendant in this case. And in return, you offer speculation. Why not just say, if you really didn't know, I don't know? He offered no sound explanation as to why.
No, he did. I don't know. That was his response. Why didn't you just say, I don't know? I'm telling you right now. I don't know. So wait, no, you should have said it back then. No, I'm not talking about back then. I'm talking about the question you're asking me right now. That everybody's going, yeah, that makes sense. Why didn't you just say, I don't know? And your response to that is, I don't know why I didn't say I didn't know. This is crazy right here. It's bad when CNN, it's like, we can't even spin this. We can't even make this sound believable.
The judge seems throughout this entire proceeding a little impatient compared to the first time we saw this entire thing. Why? Because he wants them to focus on the specific nature of the testimony. And remember, Jake, we're all here not because this is some sort of Real Housewives episode or we are just nosy. It is because they're asking to disqualify Fonnie Willis based on a conflict of interest that would make a defendant impossible to have a fair trial.
That dude was the star witness. Before this all jumped off, we was hearing Ashley talk about, we got two witnesses 2 witnesses. One of them was a former, partner of him and all of that. And everybody's saying, so this guy must have the goods on him. They must be close. And for them to come out and say that they are willing to reveal this and they got witnesses, they must have some sure witnesses. Now, when that rumor started circulating, my first thought was, boy, I tell you, for them to go out and say they got some witnesses that is going to prove this, I'm hoping that they don't find out who these witnesses are. But I'm pretty sure they pieced it together real quick, because I did hear rumors of, this is a former co-worker of Nathan Wade and all that. And I'm saying, man, I'm sure he's looking around like, who would do this? Who would know me that well? So my thought is, he must have said all these things before it got out, where he was like, I'm cool. And then when it came out, all of a sudden, the heat comes down on him from wherever. And now he's like, oh, shoot. But it was too late. He done said all this, got the defense all pumped up, ready to come to court. The whole purpose, like, you don't even come to court if you feel you got a flabby witness. They were confident. They're like, dude, we're coming to court based on your testimony. We're relying on you. And you're telling me you didn't know how important your testimony was? You're telling me, oh, I didn't even know she was asking that stuff. I didn't know it was, that's crazy. I was just thinking we was gossiping. So I just said something stupid. And I don't know why I even said it was something stupid and stuff like that. I thought I was talking to an old high school girlfriend and I was just speculating. You were talking to a professional. You were talking to a lawyer and then confirmed it when she read it, but sent you the thing to go, oh, that's right. All of that is correct. And now your only response is, I don't even know. Somebody got to this guy. Now, the question is, will anybody get to the judge? That's what the question is. So I'm hoping Friday, after they have the closing arguments and they go over, now that's going to be a treat, y'all, for them to go ahead and drop out all of those text messages and phone calls and stuff, and hear the state try to explain why this guy who doesn't even know whether he was in a cabin with Fat Fanny. It took him 60 seconds almost to even remember whether he was in there. But yeah, so now that guy, somebody's going to have to explain why he said 10 times and it's 35. Now, if that judge, man, he's a horrible judge if he does not rule against Fanny and Nathan. They both need to be kicked off this case. This case needs to be shut down, which would only leave one last Hail Mary for the Democrats, which is corrupt Jack Smith. That's it. That's all they'll be left with after this. So let's hope, because it would be hilarious, first of all, to see this all backfire on a stinking, nasty, corrupt Democrat operative like Fannie Willis and her whole crew. All of them corrupt and evil, and I hate it. Burns me up, man. So God bless y'all. God bless America. I had an I enjoyed my time watching that trial. And when I heard that, I was like, no, he didn't. I was on the truck while we were taking supplies somewhere. Man, I'm listening to it. I'm like, did he just say, I don't know? Did he? I can't. Oh, he's in trouble. I couldn't wait. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Hit that like button, share my videos. I saw Dawn put the phone number in the chat. And she also put my alternative channel in the chat. So all you have to do is the easy part, which is click on that link and subscribe to the alternative channel, and make sure you set your notification button to all. I'm going to give it a couple days before I check and see the notifications. I mean, not the notifications, but the subscriber count, because they'll lie to me and tell me you gotta wait because it's accumulating all this stuff. They'll do something like that. So I'll check it on Monday, and we'll see how close we are to 1,000. And then finally, don't forget, if you want to help out the channel through my Cash App or PayPal, it's below this link. And I will be back here tomorrow. And follow me on Rumble too. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Somebody said, did I miss Gizmo? No, you didn't, actually. He was down here and he tried to get up a little premature. And I just gave him a pat on the head and told him to get back down there. So y'all want a dose of him? Y'all want a dose of Gizmo before we go? Come here, Gizmo. Before we go, come here, Gizmo. Yeah, the people, they're asking for you. Got to give the people what they want, Gizmo. That's right. You got to give the people, what they want. Gizmo, were you sleeping? Y'all see the hair growing back? Yeah, he got some bangs right there. There it is. Yeah, he got some bangs going. There's the famous Sean. With his alpha. You see the alpha peak right there? Yeah, the alpha peak. So anyway, yeah, look at that, man. Gizmo done became a part of the show thing on it. Yeah, he's gonna be asking me for royalties after a while. I need some bones, extra bones, and I'm helping promote the show. Anyway, God bless y'all. God bless America. Let's get out of here. See y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Yeah. That guy right now is somewhere like, I'm scared for my life. He's scared. That guy's scared. I know you see the things. I know you see the apes. I know you see the way we tear up the place. Yeah. See y'all tomorrow. Take care.